Okay. All right, good evening, you guys. We're going to talk about the power of six, which is a simple duplicatable system of enrolling six partners in order to maximize the binary plan and matching bonuses. The reason we're talking about the power of six is because we want to attract like-minded people who want to accelerate their business. You know, there's a lot of people that we are bringing on board, but there's some of them that want more. They want to move fast. And so we had to come up with a vehicle and a system that worked for them, okay? So now, let's say that you are reaching out to someone that you have a lot of respect for. This is a business person. This may be someone very, very close to you. And this is the conversation, the script that we want to, this is just an idea that you may use to attract that person to your business. And so you're going to say, let's say if I was calling Linda. Linda's on this call, and I say, "Hey, Linda, how's it going?" And she says, "It's great." And I said, "Well, listen, Linda, I'm calling you to share something very important and time sensitive. And Linda, I'm working on this project that I'm very excited about. It has to do with stem cell technology. And Linda, based on the projections that I'm seeing, this has the potential to generate multiple millions of dollars within the next 6 months. However, I need 6 partners to help me execute this successfully. And I thought about you because, Linda, you are so sharp, one of the sharpest people I know. I respect your business acumen, and your name is written all over this. Are you open to hearing about this, Linda?" So I'm going to wait for Linda to say, "Yeah, I want to hear more." Or she may say, "Verdita, I can't put nothing else on my plate." Whatever she says, if she says she can't put nothing else on her plate, I'm still going to address that in a different way. Like, you need, if nothing else, Linda, you need to know about this product because it is, every day I hear a miracle, and it may bless you and somebody in your family. So I'll say something like that. But right now, I'm going to assume that Linda says, "Yeah, I want to hear more." And to say, "Well, Linda, I have a couple other people that are interested in hearing this, and we're having a Zoom at 6 p.m. today to explain everything to see if this is a fit for everyone. Would you be available at that time, or would another time be better for you?" See, she agreed. She wanted to hear more. I'm not going to sit there on a three-way, on a conversation and try to explain all this, because this is visual, as you will see in a moment. I'm going to get her to a Zoom because she said she wanted to hear more. I told her I was doing a Zoom, so she knows that. So I'm just explaining that I'm hoping this script addresses anything that she may be concerned about. So now I'm about to bring up the power of 6. I want her to know, and I want the people on that call to know, where are these numbers coming from? How am I so confident that it's going to generate the type of money I said, millions of dollars? You see, the power of 6 is everything about 6. You got to have 6 partners to get to the top of the company, and that will qualify you if you fill out your qualifications to get to senior director, and the rest of is volume. That's why we're saying 6, not saying you have to only partner with 6 people, but we're talking about the right 6, the right people that you don't have to worry about them paying their auto ship every month, the right people that are going to duplicate this system. Those are the right people, and some other qualifications that I show you in a moment. But if you go down 6 levels, and we looked at a level equivalent to about a 30-day period, look what happens in the 5th and 6th month. You're looking at if all this money, if all these points, if everybody's auto ship was placed on the same week of the month, you would max out at $25,000 on that level. But more than likely, I would say almost 100% of the time, everybody's auto ship is not going to run the same week. So instead of you looking at 25,000, if this was spread out of a 4-week period, you probably would be looking, at all of this kind of money, over this. You probably get the whole 90,000 or the whole 45,000. And the reason it's a range of 45,000 to 90,000 is because, when you start getting that runaway leg, some of you know what that means, when you got all this volume on one side and less volume on the right side, on the other side, you don't really, have to concern yourself with generating 660 points per per cycle. You really don't even have to think about it because you already know the system is generating, that much volume. So if that's the case, if you have what we call a strong power leg or runaway leg, you probably get this whole 90,000 over a period of a month. Same thing on the sixth level, except it's a lot more money. You still, in this case, you will max out at 25,000 a week, no matter what. That's a lot of money, and most of that money is going through the binary so that other people, that extra money the company pays out other people with that money. And so you can see what I mean, that once you get to the sixth level, there's hundreds of thousands of dollars in the binary. Also, the people who are in your first level, those 6 people, guess what? They're going 6 and 7 and 8 levels deep as well. So therefore, whatever is their 6th level, or whatever is their whatever is their 5th level is your 4th level, or your 6th level, whatever their, either way, they're going to get 3 levels of matching bonuses just like you, which I'll talk about in a moment. So as I just said, this chart reflects 3 partners on each side of the binary, and we want everybody to focus on getting 2 sleeves. I know many people get the maintenance pack, or if they get the diamond pack, it's going to drip 110 points on after that first month. Or if they get the maintenance pack, it's still going to drip 110 points per month. However, in my household, if I got the maintenance pack, excuse me, that's 9 sleeves. But the maintenance pack covers your auto ship for 6 months. So 6 months and it's 2 people, that's 12 sleeves. The maintenance pack is not enough for me and my husband to use for 6 months. So I really do need to supplement that maintenance pack with some other sleeves. Now, keep in mind, some of us have preferred customers, some of us have retail customers. Whatever volume those people are generating, that also counts as your personal volume. But what I would like to see is us, not count on having to take out the money out of our own money. We should be generating enough money that the income that we're receiving from the business covers our auto ship anyway. So therefore, it's not a thing. It's not an issue. As you're bringing on new people, you need extra. Let's say if you started somebody, you may not say, okay, I'm going to let you try these patches before you sign up. But if you sign up a new person, you may want to give them a few patches. I mean, I'm pretty sure if they're in the same city, you want to give them a few patches until theirs come in. And so there's other reasons why you still need to consider getting 2 sleeves per month. We want to keep this consistent. Now, look what happens when that binary maxes out. Every single week, when you start getting, and this is going to happen because we're talking about the right people on this call. We're talking about people that are self-motivated. So in the binary, you're going to max out at 25,000 a week. And the people that are on your first level, remember, as time goes on, they're going to max out the binary every week. So that means if you got 6 people on your first level and you're getting 25% every time they earn their money, you're getting $6,250 per partner times 6, or $37,500 per week in matching bonuses. And on the second level, there's 36 partners. You're going to get 20% of that 25,000, which is $5,000, times 36 partners. You're looking at 180,000, and then you're getting $1 million on the third level. We know this is an extraordinary amount of money, but the point I'm making here is that I just showed you how you could really be making if this was a perfect world, that's $1.3 million per week. So what I said about millions of dollars, if you show somebody this chart, they cannot deny that there are $1 million projected per month, okay? So what if you succeeded by 50%? What if half of your people, did what they're supposed to do? See, our numbers are based on people doing their auto ship. So if you're 50% successful, that's 600 and some thousand per week. Or if you were only 10% successful, we're looking at 132,000 a week. So think about this. I give you a perfect person to talk about, Bishop Jackson. I'm pretty sure with his ministry, and the way he has to travel and the churches that he has and the things he wants to do, for the kingdom of God, it takes money. So he may look at this and say, I need this for my ministry. You know what I'm saying? There are people in the church that are hurting. So we can't always just think only, I mean, who needs that kind of money? I mean, I know I don't need that kind of money, but what I'm trying to say is we have to start the conversation in a way that makes them want to get on the call. Okay. So what we need to do, you guys, I want to challenge you, whoever wants to do this. You do, this is not a requirement because we know everybody doesn't even fit the description. But if you want to participate, spend your first 30 days. We starting today, started yesterday. Spend your first 30 days finding the right 6 people. How do you do that? You make a list of as many people as you can, and you look at that list and say, who do I know that fits these descriptions? I was talking to someone a little bit earlier who used to be a pro ball player, and he probably knows a lot of people like this: high energy and outgoing, strong leadership skills, strong communication skills, entrepreneurial risk takers. Most ball players that I know end up investing in some other type of business. If they have an MLM experience, that's a plus. But if they don't, that's okay, because we got a system in place. Financially stable. What we want to do is make sure that people don't have to rely on the money that they're getting from Lifeway just to pay their light bill. Because you got to take the money you get from Lifeway to reinvest in your business to do your authorship. That's why it's important for people to be financially stable, not somebody just calling you every month, can I borrow this money? That's not the person you want, because they're never going to be able to sustain the system. Self-motivated, people that you don't have to motivate, they're calling you. And people that are influential, they can get people to take action. And that's the kind of person we're looking for. And see, this is what the template is. This is just not the whole template, but this is you here. These are the 6 people that you want to focus on. You want to help these 6 people. Go ahead and get these people within your first 30 days. You want to help these 6 people by going through, they go through their list, and help them within 30 days. You know, so in other words, this is the second month. You take 30 days to get your people together, and then you want to help these people go through their list. Now you completed your second level. Print this out, and therefore you have, and I think I probably sent this out already, I'm not sure. But, you know, help them, you know, duplicate this and just keep duplicating. So here's a visual of what I mean, why I say 6. Okay, this is you getting to director. We all know that manager is 4 people, but that's not what we're focusing on. We're focused on 6 like-minded people, because it's gonna take 6 to get you to the top. Here's your 3 on your left, silver. Well, you don't call it silver anymore. We're calling it core. And then the person, one of these silvers or one of these core members, we got to help them get to manager, and the same thing on the right-hand side, because when that happens, that's when you get to be director, okay? And when you get to be director, the next step is to help those managers become directors. All they got to do is make sure they got their 6, and then take one of those people and start. See, you see, when we make it simple and say, go get 6, these people down here that you got to get to manager, they already know they got to get 6. So this is going to happen a lot faster because we got the right people. And see, you got to, you got to get up here in these ranks, because there's a maximum amount of money you can make at each level. And so that's important to know. All of this stuff is on, this is at team.com. But see, no matter what rank you are, the maximum you're going to be receiving in the binary is $25,000 a week. So what I want to encourage you all to do is solidify your structure. Any partners that I want you to take inventory who you already have. Who do I have on my team that never really did anything, but maybe if they knew that we were attracting people in a different way with the language we're using, they may say, you know what? And they've never seen the power of 6. You know what? That might be the kind of, language, I got some people that might be attracted to this from that script that you just gave me. And, so consider them, get them upgraded, get them on authorship. There's a lot of people that are in our back office that they just didn't see the big picture because they didn't see the big money. You cannot, some kind of way with that comp plan that we have now, it's not as specific that has you understanding how the comp plan works. But when you do a projection, like in the Power 6, it lets you know. So I want to challenge you. If you got some really sharp people, they may not even be in the business yet. Start with the people you already have because it was hard for you to even get them on board. You sold them on the product already. Now let's sell them on the money and the opportunity. So listen, you guys, I know this may seem like some big numbers we're talking about, but I encourage you to dream big because small dreams just don't have magic. And also, I want you to encourage you to dream with your team because when you dream alone, it's only a dream, but a dream you dream together is reality, you guys. So I know I went over this pretty quickly because I don't want to hold you all up. I want to spend more time on hearing from you. If you know, like Bishop, Jack, anybody that has a question about the script, and I'll be sending this out so you will have it. I'm actually printed it out. Just, you know, I have it just like this, so you could just print the script only out, so you could kind of have it in front of you. Just some feedback as far as what's your any concerns, anything saying, if anybody says, I like what I hear, I feel like this is going to help me, or just any questions, you've got the floor. Feel free to come on and share your.
I have a quick question. It's Corazon.
Hi, Corazon.
Hey, thanks for doing this, Radita. And just wanted, so when we do the auto ship, you said the maintenance. Please clarify. When we do the maintenance, there seems to be, you say you don't have enough of 6, and then you need to do 2 sleeves. What does that mean? What would that look like?
Okay, so you get 9 sleeves if you do you pay $750 for a 6-month supply. The system would drip 110 points. What I was trying to say that in the Power 6 matrix, we base it on 2 sleeves a month or 154. It doesn't have to be exactly. I'm just letting you know that you may want to say, yes, I'm getting a maintenance pack, but don't be surprised if you need to order more, because if it's 2 people in your household, that's 12 sleeves over a 6-month period. You're only getting 9 in the maintenance pack. So, you know, you may want to come back and order more. Or like I was saying, you still may want to give people that you're working with some patches until theirs come in, some people that you enroll. So that's where you're going to eat up some of those sleeves as well. That's what I mean. Does that make sense?
They're always eaten up. That's a problem.
Well, this is why you don't want to just give them out. It's okay to patch people. Don't just start giving all these patches out, because people think if they don't see some results within a day or 2 that the patch doesn't work. And we all know it's working. Sometimes it just takes some people longer than others.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
I see doing the Power.
I see Wendell unmuted. Are you trying to say something, Wendell?
Yeah.
Hey, Wendell.
Hey, I think it makes sense, a lot of sense. And of course, I'm willing to try it. I'm going to go down my list. I'm going to locate the influencers. Because what happens, and I'm sure all of us run across that, we end up having people who like the business, but they end up being customers and not really catching on fire, you know? So I'm looking for the influencers then. So instead of me, I'm still out the presentations, but I'm looking for that one. I believe I found 2 today. So it's just saying. So I'm
okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. See, that's the thing. I think many of us have brought people on board and they just didn't see what we see initially. So they say they were just being customers, being on auto ship and floating along. So yeah, you're exactly right. And that's what I'm encouraging everybody to do. Go back through their personal enrolled team. It's a report called Organization, Personal Enrolled Team. Look at those people and let them know, listen, I think you may want to take a look at, you know, I know you're partnered with me already, but you may want to take a look at what we're doing, because you know, there's a project that we've initiated and it's projected to generate millions of dollars in the next 6 months. You may want to take a look at this. I'd hate for you to miss that. So that might get their attention.
You're right.
And I applaud you, Wendell, because I know you and Renee have been out, you know, doing all kinds of meetings in people's homes and signing up people left and right. So y'all just keep it up.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you for you get there.
All right. Thank you for your comment.
Amen.
You all will notice that your team you're going to start getting promoted really fast. Because if you get 6 and they get 60, that's 3 levels deep, automatically senior director, you know. Anybody else got a comment?
Yeah, I got one more thing. How long would it be before you send this out, recording out?
Well, it takes time for the recording to download and I can send it out. So,
Well,
you know,
tomorrow.
probably within an hour.
Oh, well, I think tomorrow. Okay. Or either the script, I want to see that because I
Yeah.
want to get acclimated and get that going,
Okay, sounds good.
All
All
right.
right, Bishop Jackson, I see you unmuted yourself.
Well, yeah, Vanita, the thing that I think that is important is that, again, we're saying the same thing. I'm not in a position where I can put my camera on right now. But I think the important thing is that we're saying the same thing. And if you're saying the same thing, it develops unity, and unity develops strength. And one of the things I think that has been in my conscience mind is, again, my why is so big. My why is big enough to handle that kind of income. And because I know for myself, I've got to reach a generation. And in order to do that, I need revenue. And so that is getting our team, which to do that. The other thing I would say is that first level. If we're not talking to that first level on a regular basis, we're going to miss something.
Mhm.
So that our first level that we have where that 25% matching
Mhm.
bonus can come from, you've got to
Mhm.
be talking to those people so they can be doing the same thing that you're doing, speaking the same thing that you're speaking, working the same way you're working. So that's your job position. I know, Wendell and I, we try to talk 3-4 times a day, and I'm calling our team on a regular basis. And again, I'm calling them as I'm driving along, and the other thing I will say lastly is, again, staying in touch with you and Ken as much as possible, because you guys have more access to some of the people above us than we tend to have. You know, everybody can't call Steve and Gina, like you guys can, and they pick up.
Mhm. That's right.
And so you need to know what's going on from them and getting the same feel that's coming down. So saying the same thing, working together in that spirit of unity, that helps all of us when we're in that spirit of unity. And make sure you are doing this for your why, not just for your money, because your why is going to keep you moving when the money don't seem like it's there yet. So
That's right. Right.
okay. All right. That's all. That's all I had. I didn't.
Well,
I
well,
didn't want to preach. I didn't want to preach.
oh, well, you can go ahead and preach if you want to, because what I was just going to say is that one thing that Bishop just said, this I think is key, is unity. I'm just the kind of person, yes, God has blessed us to be able to appreciate some significant income within this business, but that doesn't mean anything to me if my team is not earning a significant amount as well. I think that's selfish for somebody to think, okay, I got it, and I sit around and watch TV all day. That's not. Y'all know I work just as hard as any of you, because if you got it, it's your responsibility. Even if you don't do anything except for what Bishop say, communicate. It doesn't hurt to pick up the phone and says, "Hey, good morning, how's it going?" Whatever. Yeah, I guarantee if you call 5 people a day on your team just to say hi, something is going to happen that you need to know about. That's if they're doing anything. I have a person, I think she's probably on my 3rd level. I've talked to her twice today, not because, only because I picked the phone up and called her. I mean, I'm trying to communicate with as many people as I can, this mindset of let's go get it. So if we're like you say, on one accord and feeling connected as a team and creating that team spirit, I really feel, trust me, the numbers don't let you got to get 6. They got to get 6. That's all we're talking about, getting 6. Of course, Ain't no way in the world I can go down to the fifth and sixth level and know all these people. But I'm just saying, you got six that you can. You got six people that if you take your time and use that script and let them know there's a lot of money on the table. See, there's a guy on my team that's a multimillionaire. He lives up north. And he has said he would tell you straight out, and I don't like this what he says, but he will tell you straight, I'm really busy because I got a multi-million-dollar company and I really don't have time for that. He looks at network marketing like, like it's no money in it. And you got to understand, you got to get it started because Steve and Gina, you'll hear this is why I like to get on their calls. You'll hear people that are like this guy joined, I think in 8 weeks, his name is Jay Atkins. He hit SPD in 8 weeks, and I think he already had 5 multi-million-dollar companies that each one of them cost him over $250,000 to get started. But yet he loves what he's doing with LifeWave he's much more excited about LifeWave than he is all those other companies. That just lets you know certain people have a certain mindset. Here he has the right mindset because he said he likes help. The reason he's doing it, he said he likes helping people. He said it's nothing he wants to do if it's not helping anybody. That's a whole different mindset of somebody saying, I got to get it from me. I'm not thinking about you. But yet I got friends that are multimillionaires, but do you think they're going around helping people with their money? Most of them are not. So I don't believe that we should be looking at this as, I'm just going to make this money. You better reach down and help some of the people that helped you get to that money, okay? And so just do what you got to do to stay touch base. I saw Linda Giles unmute herself a moment ago. Did you want to come on and say something, Linda Giles? This is one of our leaders out of the Atlanta area, has a strong growing team.
Hi, hi, Verdita. Hi,
Hi.
everybody. Verdita, thank you so much for doing this, and thank you for allowing us to jump on this call. I think this is a great concept, and I think that if we stay focused on what the goals are and, keep it simple, because what you've laid out is very simple. Sometimes we overcomplicate things, and if we just keep the conversation simple and remember that we are not in the convincing game, we're just sharing something that is helping people. And, and that's what I do. And I a lot of times I just start with my own testimony, or if somebody has some issue and I know they have an issue, I'm saying, wait, I have something that could possibly help you, but I got to put the patch on them right then and there. And, and that has turned around to really generate a lot of interest, because that person has come back and said, wow, I couldn't even bend my fingers. And now look at this. What is this? So, we really do have something that is very exclusive. And I think if we all take it seriously and understand the value, because as I said to you the other night, I looked at the stage and I said, where are we? So we've got to get, be intentional and follow a system that really can work for everybody. So thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Linda. And I just want to make sure that you understand that according to that script, we're getting that person on a call like as quickly as we possibly can. And when we get them on the call, I'm going to show them the Power 6, but I'm going to show them the regular PowerPoint. I'm not going to go over every slide. I just want them to know there's a lot of credibility with the company. In other words, some people say, well, you just making numbers, or where are we going to get this money from? No, this company is the fastest growing network marketing company, direct sales company in the world right now. It is solid. And if many people that I know, many that are making over 50,000 a week. So if they got that many people making that kind of money and we've never gotten paid late, that lets you know they got the money. So let's go get it for us and our families, you guys. I see, who is that just unmuted them? Thank you so much, Linda. Somebody else just muted themselves. Who else wanted to say?
It was me, Verdita, Gwen.
Hey, Gwen.
Hey, thank you so much, so much, so much. We appreciate you. But what I'm hearing from this, we as leaders, this is going to help us to check ourselves and reset ourselves, at least for me. Because, you can get bogged down when you start working with people and then they start losing it. They don't stay committed. But this, to me, will help us to stay committed and keep going, because you have to go through a few. You're gonna have to go through a lot to find a few. So we can't get discouraged. So I love this and I'm gonna jump right on it.
Well, I appreciate that feedback, Gwen. And, Gwen, I look forward to you being executive any day now. Gwen is one of our most consistent team members on this team. She hit senior director in a pretty quick time frame. And so we got several other senior directors on this team. And congratulations again to Bishop Jackson, who I expect him to be executive pretty soon as well. But you guys, let's reach out there and let people know. See, here's the thing about people that have influence. Even if it's not about the money, when they call somebody, people will listen. Think about how many lives we're going to be able to change just because they're willing to listen. Because a lot of times they won't even listen past the technology. They won't even listen to the conversation past that. It's unfortunate that people will listen when they think there's millions of dollars on the table. And now that we got their attention, when we get on that 6 o'clock call, I'm just saying 6 o'clock call that we get them on later that day or whatever, they get to hear all about the pets. They're going to hear some testimonies, because I'm going to make sure I give at least 3 testimonies every single time. You all look out, because this thing is about to go into momentum. And this vision was, first of all, the Power 6 was downloaded into my spirit last November. Here it is November again. Isn't that coincidental? But I didn't have the way to make it execute. I knew the numbers work. I knew it was possible. I didn't have the vision as to how to execute it. That's why I had to meditate and pray over this for about a week after I heard what that girl said. And I mean, for somebody to boldly say on a stage, you're going to be making $500,000 a month within a year, I believe her. But I just didn't think it was the right format or system for my culture and for my team. But I just feel good about it, because God has shown me. Sometimes he may not show everybody, but it's definitely showing me how this is going to happen. I'm willing to put in the work. I'm about to end up putting 18 hours a day into let's just say, how many hours? It's gonna be about 16 hours a day minimum that I'm putting into this, because if you call me and say, Verdita, I just talked to somebody that is really is one of those, Power 6 people. Are you going to be doing a call at 6? Because I may be able to just do, may not always. I don't want it to be 20 or 30 people on a call at all. I want it to feel intimate. I want it to feel like a business call, because you're telling that person, I want to see if this is a fit for you. There's millions of dollars on the table. So hopefully y'all understand that. So what I'm saying is, I'm willing to roll up my sleeves and go to work. If I were you, I would do it, because you're going to start seeing all this volume fall under you. But if you don't have your structure together, you're not going to be able to get all those binary commissions. So with that, anybody else got a question or comment? Oh, Bishop, there go Bishop again. What's going on, Bishop?
No. The only thing I would say is, yes, and I want you to do those calls, but I think sometimes with some of those influencer type guys, we need to be able to hit them right when they're ready.
That's right.
And so so you may have to restructure your PowerPoint to talk to them.
That's right.
Not just your call, but we may have to restructure our PowerPoint to talk to them, because we want to make sure they understand what this is about. So I did one and I called it influencers. So I use that one for them. I don't use it for the regular group. So the regular group has never seen it, because they're not the part of the influencing group. But if
Well,
I'm
I definitely need to see that, Bishop. I definitely need to see that. And I'm glad you pointed this out, because when I say I'll be working 16-hour days, it's because I'm ready to move right then. If you say, Verdita, can you do this right now? Yes, I can. Some people are working full-time jobs. I get it. And so we don't expect everybody to be able to deliver right then and there. But I'll just tell you this last thing. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but the girl that I'm referring to, she's already at 138,000 a month. She just hit SPD in June, and she's already over 100,000 a month. And she said that what was I about to say about her? Oh, one of the people that she helped get to senior president director, she's generated 3 since June, so about 6 now. She got that girl to 47,000 a month, and the girl quit her job.
Wow, yeah.
She had SPD in 4 months, and she quit her job because she's making way more on doing this than she would, and she didn't even do most of the work of the girl. Her name is Carrie. Carrie did all the work.
Yeah.
So go ahead and finish. Didn't mean to interrupt you. You said
No. I was finished. I just thought that was important just so that we can be ready when the opportunity comes. And everybody, I think everybody on here understand the plan, but
Mhm.
they've got to be willing to present the plan. And
Right.
so everybody may not be presenting. So I would get with if I would get with somebody and just do the plan for them so that you know what you're saying if you're not already doing them. Because again,
Right.
I want to get to Vidita, but at the same time, sometimes it just doesn't. My time and her time ain't gonna work. So I need
Right.
to get that person on a call and share with them right away.
Yeah,
So
well, feel free, you guys, between me, okay, so Bishop is not gonna be available all the time, but he also has Wendell and Renee Tomlin who, pretty much are doing this full time. Gwen Milsap, Linda Giles may not be able to be available that much during the day because she works a full-time job, but I just know that she's doing these types of Zooms. I don't know who else, but get with your leader. We're not gonna leave anybody out. That's why I said I'm willing to work from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. at night. And may not ever always be every single day like that, but I'm gonna make myself available. Anybody else have a question or comment before we end this call? Okay. Well, thank you all so much for joining. this is recorded. Let me stop it. How do I stop this recording? Oh,